Hi. So she's lying. This is a cop told me this verbatim. He's telling me that I made threats to whoever's up there. I don't even know who's up there today. All I know is I hear them storming around like animals, which gives me reason to call 311. But they called somebody claiming they're Jasmine Morrison, called the DCPD on me. There's a knock at my door. It's the cops. I say, who is it? It's the cops. It's the same officer that came the night that I called when I had been coming back from Philadelphia. He asked me about that. He tried to turn it on me, is what I perceived the question to be, as a trick. And he tried to say that I was leaving to Philly. And so I said, no, sir, I had just been coming back. This is the same night, right, where the guy approached the car and she let him in. He's the same officer. He's aware of this, I would imagine, why I had called. So this Jasmine Morrison, who I told him there's 4 women up there. I have no idea who's up there today. I presented him my temporary ID from the city of Washington, District of Columbia. And I said, I've been living here for over a year and I'm vacating premise and I'm moving because of what I perceived to be gang members that moved in 4 months ago. I'm leaving now. And he said, well, don't talk to them. Don't threaten them. I asked him, can you tell me why you're here so I know not to and I can de-escalate? I used that word, de-escalate this. And he said, this was going too far. This is going too far, is what he said. And somehow I am the problem. He came to see me with another officer who had black gloves on. He was wearing black gloves. I've seen this before with the agents of Satan. They come dressed to the T, to the nil to come see me. This is, again, being documented that it has happened again. There's no reason to be coming here and seeing me. So I made it very clear to the officers. I have not spoken to anybody today. I don't even know who's up there. I do not speak to anybody here. My parents can vouch for that. The only one I speak to here is the landlord. I don't speak to anybody. And this is all over my social media. Everybody knows I don't speak to people here for that reason, so they can try to say I'm right. I have made no threats, and I don't believe I'm making threats flat out, like threats online. I don't think so, unless you really wanted to construe my words and really try to pry with my tweets to say somehow I'm threatening whoever's up there. No, I'm alleging a lot of things, right? You can say that flat out. So I just had 2 DCPD cops come to my door, one with all black gloves on, ready, I think, to haul me off. They didn't. The man said it smelled like high hell in the house. The Latin cop that came the night that I called said that verbatim himself. I said, it's not my animals, it's this whole house. So he himself noticed the rancid smell. All right? The other officer had blue eyes. He was a white male in his early 30s. Look, if these people want to try to haul me off again and take me places, it would probably be some sort of like mental health center. They usually try to pull that on me. They'll do their thing there. They'll have to let me out. Okay, you can't take me to a psych ward. I'm not doing anything to prompt that. But I do believe that this place is a stash house. The same cop came back. That's the stuff that would happen in New York City. They have certain cops that protect, the DA knows this, certain stash houses. And if you piss off those cops, they'll do things like haul you to psych wards or try to arrest you and protect the drug dealers in the stash house. So that's what I believe is probably going down right now. And we just had one of the presumed drug dealers. There's 4 up there, and apparently they all like to say they're Jasmine Morrison, okay? Call and say that I was making threats at her. The cop wouldn't say to me, because he knows how I am, he knows I'm smart, if I had presumably spoken this threat to her or what. He wouldn't tell me what she had called him about so that I had the knowledge to know, because I made it clear to him that I wanted to know how to not do this complaint again. He wouldn't tell me. So I don't know, after this whole interaction, what I said to this woman Jasmine Morrison, who phoned the police on me here, what I've ever even said to her. And all the above, I have no idea. It was the weirdest thing. What the actions consisted of this, I mean, because it was so weird to have this happen. I can't tell you any sense of the dialogue, what we even resolved, why he was even here. The questions he was asking me really didn't make sense. He admitted himself, it smells like high hell in this house. I told them, clearly I'm a resident here for over a year. It's on my ID. I'm vacating now because of the dealers that I perceive, and I'm very careful with my words so they can't say I'm delusional, paranoid, things they like to do. This is very criminal what's going on, and that cop shouldn't have come back here. And then he himself said that it smells really bad in the house. So, I don't know what just happened, but I can tell you they came and knocked. They looked at my ID. They asked me a series of weird questions. They wouldn't really answer mine. I stayed calm. I asked them what I had done. He said that I had been threatening people. And then they split. And he said, this is going too far in this house, that cop.